Hello, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Happy new day, happy new month, and happy new week. It shall be well with all of us. Today happens to be the first day in the month of July in the year of 2025. And we are very, very happy to see this day. And we are happy to be the partakers of this new month. My prayers for all my fans out there, both the ones who love me and the ones who hate me. I said that this month shall bring something good, something new, something extraordinary. In terms of celebration, you shall never be a victim of any circumstances. You shall be always a victor and not a victim. Anywhere or any road you are going to pass, my brother, my sister, may God save us from anything that got to do with accidents, and we will never die prematurely. This is what I have to tell all my fans out there. And if you believe on these prayers, please let me hear a louder amen at the comment section. If this is the first time of hearing my voice, I welcome you all, or rather I welcome you to this hood of Osuga Daily Talk Channel 2, where we speak to you the undiluted truth about everything. And if you are watching, please kindly drop your opinion at the comment section of this video before every other thing. Here are the headlines. Accountability, not vengeance. A message to those visiting our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in detention. Okay, in this our Biafra struggle, what is your conviction and what is your motivation? These are the questions that are still hanging, remain unanswered from our Biafrans, brothers and sisters out there. So, if you know the answer of your own side, please drop it at the comment section. And whatever comment I'm going to make on these videos today, or rather on this article, is basically basically on my own rights and my own personal opinion, not general opinion. So, if you don't mind, let us go straight to the reason why we are here. Please like, share, comment, and keep subscribing. In the sacred cause for the Biafra freedom, or rather for the freedom of Biafra, history will not judge only those who opposed us. It will also judge those among us who betrayed the spirit of the struggle. And today, this message is specifically for those who have the rare opportunity to sit face to face with our detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. May you be reminded that you enter that DSS gate carrying not just your own voice, but the expectations, the pain, the sacrifices, and the destiny of an entire people. What you do with that access matters deeply. Let us be clear. Access to our leader is not a badge of status. It is not a title. It is not a right to manipulate or weaponize his name. It is a sacred trust, one that must be handled with the highest level of humility, discipline, and also accountability. You ensure that your proximity reflects purpose, because in every revolutionary movement, proximity to leadership has always been a dangerous place. It becomes the breeding ground for opportunism, cloud chasing, and worst of it all, personal revenge disguised as loyalty. If you go in to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, and you carry with your private grudges in your heart, or with the intention to fuel divisions, eliminate oppositions, or bend the struggle to your personal image, you are not serving Biafra, you are sabotaging it. That is what the writer says. So it is very pertinent that you ask yourself, when you sit with our leader, do you report truthfully? You represent the will of the people, or your own interpretation of the struggle? Do you carry him updates to liberate his mind, or are you shading him from realities for selfish positioning? The truth is, some of you are becoming gatekeepers of confusion, using your meetings with the leader to issue threats, create chaos, and promote fear. This is not the character of revolutionaries. This is the tactics of tyrants. You must not forget that the Biafra restoration struggle is bigger than any one man. This is true, even if your purpose were never pure. So while we revere our leader and believe in his divine calling, let us never forget that freedom is never won by a single person. nor is it protected by blind loyalty. The legacy of this struggle is not a leader's name, is not in leaders' names alone, but in the collective blood, sweat, and agony of our people. Those of you who sit with him must ensure he remains connected to that reality. Do not become his filter. Do not be the reason he is misled. Be the channel through which he stays in touch with the ground, the pain of the widows, the hunger of the displaced, the doubts of the youth, and the wounds of the faithful. If your mission is visiting him is to get revenge on those you disagree with, if your motive is to silence fellow agitators who challenge your behavior, if your agenda is position yourself as the heir or power broker, then hear this loud and clear. You are a traitor in disguise. Accountability is not disrespect. Some of you mistake questioning for rebellion. You think being held accountable is disrespect. No, accountability is the engine of integrity. The people have every right to ask questions, to seek transparency, and to resist manipulations. And if your only response is to scream, saboteur, or hide behind the leader's name, then maybe it is not them who is betraying the struggle, maybe it is you yourself. We need leaders who welcome truth, not yes men who manipulate it. We need soldiers of conscience, not gatekeepers of confusion. And most importantly, we need those visiting our leader to remember you are not going in there for yourself. You are going on behalf of millions who may never get that chance. Therefore, vengeance has no place in this struggle. The Biafran struggle was never born out of vengeance. It was born out of justice, out of the will to survive, out of the yearning to be free. If we allow vengeance to drive us, we will repeat the same wickedness we accuse others of. If every step we take is to destroy those we dislike, then how are we different from the oppressors? Revenge will never restore Biafra, but accountability, order, unity, and discipline will. Let this be your mindset as you go before our leader. Carry updates, carry facts, carry hope. Most of all, carry humility. We are watching. History is also watching. Gone are the days when power could hide in shadows. The people are awake. They see the moves being made. They hear the secret recordings. They notice the social media declarations. You cannot pretend forever. What you say to our leader must watch what you say to the people. And if there is a contradiction, history will record your name on the wrong side of the page. Do not forget tomorrow, because the prison gates will open. Our leader will be free, and the same people you try to silence today will still be there. How will you answer to them? How will you prove you were truly loyal? In conclusion, this is not a call out, it is a call to conscience. To those who visit our detained leader, let your presence there reflect dignity, truth, and selflessness. Be a channel of peace, not a megaphone of vengeance. Do not use your assets to fight personal battles. Do not destroy in the name of protecting. Let every moment spent with our leader be guided by one principle: accountability to the Biafran people, not revenge against your rivals. This struggle is too sacred for petty minds. Let your actions prove you are worthy of it. Family Press, or rather Family Writers Press International. Moving on to the next page. In Biafra struggle, you as a Biafran, what is your conviction and what is your motivation? That is the next topic we are going to discuss. Biafrans, have you witnessed or thought of the trauma of those Biafran mothers who wake up in quiet of the dawn when the world still sleeps and the streets are silent? She prays with tears in her eyes. Her sons are not home. Some have left faraway lands because they are targeted for slaughter by the oppressive government of Nigeria. Others lie buried in the shallow graves of memory. She sits at the corner of her bed or lies staring on the ceiling, but has her mind far, far away. Others watch the early morning sky through their windows or holding a fancy photograph. It's the photo of a dead son, killed not by illness, but by bullets of the oppressors. In the minds of all these, she whispers one name, Biafra. She searches for a conviction to why this Biafra struggle was it, and the motivation to keep holding on. And now I ask you, in the Biafran struggle, what is your conviction? What is your motivation? Is it your pain, your anger, your father's story, your mother's tears? Is it the burned villages, the war songs, or the hunger you saw in the eyes of children who never knew peace? This question is coming because if you are in this struggle and you do not know the genuinity of what you believe in, and why, if you shout Biafra without understanding what it truly means, then you are only echoing a noise. And when the chants fade, your passion will also fade with it. What an irony of life. Let us be clear. Biafra is not just a name. It is not just a flag. It is not just a map drawn in the blood. Biafra is an idea. It is an ideology, a conviction, a purpose, a home that must be reborn, not for revenge, but for restoration. So let us make a moment to reflect, or rather, let us take a moment to reflect, to reawaken, and to understand the foundation of this journey. Biafra was a sovereign state in the eastern Nigeria from May 30th of 1967 to January 15th of 1970. It was not created out of politics, but out of pain, deep sorrow. It rose from the ashes of pogroms, massacres, and systematic marginalization of the Igbo and other eastern peoples. Biafra was not only simply a declaration of separation, it was a declaration of survival. It asks a simple question: must we continue to die in silence? And in that short time, despite blockades, famine, and war, Biafrans showed the world what resilience meant. We built refineries in the bush. We crafted weapons from scrap. We flew aircraft with ingenuity. We fed our people with courage. It was not perfect, but it was painful. Let me repeat. It was not perfect, but it was powerful. What we lost was not just land or lives. We lost a vision, but visions do not die. They wait. They wait for those with conviction strong enough to live them again. Now, IPOB is here to bear that vision to fruition. Listen closely, because this is where many get it wrong. The goal of Biafra is to leave Nigeria. It is not hatred. It is not revenge. The true goal of Biafra restoration is freedom with purpose. Is to build a society grounded in justice, equity, self-determination, and discipline. To show Africa and the world that black people can govern themselves with integrity, vision, and order. The idea is to build a land where the child of a poor trader can become a leader, not because he has connections, but because he has competence. A land where culture is preserved, values are respected, and dignity is non-negotiable. We do not seek to replace Nigeria on a smaller scale. We seek to restore a higher standard, a Biafra that reflects our true words. What is conviction and what is motivation? Conviction is what you believe deeply and unshakably. It is not excitement. It is not emotion. It is belief rooted in truth. Motivation is why you keep going, especially when it gets hard. It is the fire that keeps your feet moving long after the chairs have died. So I ask again, my people and my listeners, what is your conviction and what is your motivation? It is not all about shouting Biafra left, right, and center. It is not all about shouting Simon Ekpa left, right, and center. It is not all about shouting Nnamdi Kanu left, right, and center. It is not all about giving so much elogies to Dr. Ngozi Orabeze. The question there now is, what is your conviction and what is your motivation? We continue from here. If your conviction is tribalism, you will only create more division. If your motivation is revenge, you will carry forward the same poison that once broke us. But if your conviction is justice, if your motivation is restoration, then your heart beats in rhyme with the true spirit of Biafra. In this struggle, we cannot thrive on protest alone. We need builders, not just fighters. We need planners, not just chanters. We need thinkers, doers, and visionaries. True liberation begins in the mind, long before it manifests on the land. You cannot build Biafra with a Nigerian mentality. You cannot restore a nation with a corrupted soul and mind. To help you understand the power of true conviction in real life, think of the young engineer in Aba designing tools to help local farmers. He does not see Biafra as a breakaway. He sees it as a land where his genius will not be buried under corruption. Think of the teacher in Onosha who says, "In Biafra, I will teach my children our true story, not what the state allows." Think of all the mother who lost 2 sons to police brutality and still says, Biafra is not just for the dead, it is for the living. For the daughters I still have, this is conviction, this is motivation, not anger, but purpose, not bitterness, but vision. If you are a Biafran youth, you are not too young to know what is at stake. Do not let politicians or profiteers use you as pawns. The things outlined above should be your focus. And if someone asks if you are focused, evaluate yourself by asking if these outline points are your dominant thoughts and reason you do what you do. Support what you support or follow whom you follow. Your voice is powerful, but only if it is informed. Your feet are strong, but only if they walk in truth. So please, study the past, read Ojukwu's speeches, learn from Thomas Sankara, Nkrumah, Mandela, understand what leadership really means. Understand that wars are fought in the mind as much as they are on the streets. Because if you do not have strong convictions on why you fight and build unyielding motivations around them, you will stop when it gets hard. But if your conviction is deep and your motivation is clear, nothing will stop you. So once more, I as Okute ask you again, in this our Biafran struggle, what is your motivation and what is your conviction? Is it to make noise or to make changes? Is it to be noticed or to build? Is it a hashtag or a heritage? Let your conviction be rooted in truth. Let your motivation be guided by purpose. Let us fight not just to escape oppression, but to build a better reality. Let us not chase Biafra with emotion, but with clarity. So that when the sun rises one day over a free Biafran land, the world will say, they were not just angry, they were prepared. They were not just loud, they were disciplined. They were not just victims, they were visionaries. That is the Biafra worth dying for. That is the Biafra worth living for. And that is the Biafra that worth building. Do not allow yourself to be distracted from these core values. Do not mind cloud chasers. We have been here and watched the beginning and ending of many of similar people. And we are still here. Many are rising now, and many will still rise tomorrow. But if you know these things, blessed are you, because you will be as unmovable as the rock. Do not be your motivation on humans, because those feeble beings will fail you when the time is right. I repeat again, stay strong, remain resolute, stay as a Biafran. Please and please, before we end up or round up this matter, I still want to ask again, are you a real Biafran, or you are just a Biafran by mouth, or a Biafran by a content creating? I ask you this question again. What is your conviction and what is your motivation? Drop it at the comment section of this video. Let us argue more on it. Like, share, comment, and keep subscribing for more interesting videos. I, Okulora, is here to serve you. Kemesiano, my people. I love you all. Ndewonu, Omo Biafra. Ọ ga-adịrị nwoke mma, dịrị nwaanyị mma.